Oral.
Yes.
What is government going to do with it? People have raised concerns about this legality. It was formed at the time that President Mahama was president-elect. What is the current status of oral? Is it being converted into anything else? Are you expecting a report from it? Is it ever going to be dissolved?
I think that was clear. The statement I issued was clear on oral, that they were a preparatory team. And so they are in the immediate aftermath, even before the elections, people like myself, President Mahama himself, had been inundated with claims and allegations of wrongdoing against various people. In opposition, beyond perhaps making it public and assisting you in the media to shed light on it, there was little that we could do. Once he was voted for, it was necessary to begin work to structure these complaints in a manner that would be beneficial to anybody who takes them over to look into through due process. Now, what was the best way to do this? We needed to establish a system. People should know where they can take what. And there should be a system or mechanism that makes sure that the things that come are substantial. We don't go and waste the time of law enforcement officials. In your private lives, or even in your lives as journalists, how many exposés has your FM not done?
True.
You have been behind some of the biggest exposés. Did you need any law passed to enable you do so? You don't prosecute. You don't invite anybody for questioning. You don't arrest anybody. All you do is to inform the Ghanaian public and perhaps relevant authorities that you have this information relating to corruption and that they should look into it. That is all that ORA is doing. So I am surprised about the criticism about legality. We have not said anywhere that ORA can invite you, Raymond, and accuse you of doing ABCD and exact retribution against you. They cannot do that. They themselves are aware.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with you, Raymond, waking up one day and taking a thick dossier on what you believe constitutes evidence of wrongdoing to ORA to look into. And I can tell you, they've had hundreds of leads, very substantive leads, not mere allegations. Some of them backed with credible evidence. And in due course, once the Attorney General takes office, he would have capacity to look into these matters, refer some to relevant investigation bodies, and they will look into the. But what would have happened is that we would have made it possible for a more structured approach to be adopted. And mind you, in the immediate aftermath of the election, a fluid situation arose. There is some lacuna. One of the things that perhaps we need to criticize ourselves as a country for is that we appear to be getting it right in terms of the election itself and how we conduct it. But post-election, there's too much of a gap. Nobody knows what to do. The security agencies are basically frozen into inaction. They don't want to offend the incoming government. They are not even sure whether they are staying or they are leaving. So they are unable to deal with many, many things. Because of that, people can take advantage of that gap and evade justice, evade scrutiny if you don't act quickly. So perhaps going forward, we should have a more structured approach. It appears that the transition bill needs to be improved to take care of the post-election period. Because I have been involved in this will be my second transition. I was involved as a green-eyed young man in 2009 in the transition process. It was a learning curve for me. This time round, I think there's been some improvement. It was less acrimonious and what have you, but there's still more to be done.
Okay.
If we had that system, there wouldn't be the need for this criticism. But I don't think that the critics of oil are being fair. It appears to me that they are setting their own questions and answering. Nobody has been invited. So if you say that they are illegal, what exactly is illegal? So Sami Odami, your producer, cannot walk up to me and say that, Honorable Kwakye Ofosu, I have this information relating to wrongdoing. Do you know where I can take it? There's nothing wrong with that. It is only information gathering. Those who have the power to effect arrest are known. Those who have the power to take people to court and present evidence before a court of competent jurisdiction that wrongdoing has been done and so people should be punished are also there, and they will be handed over the evidence and they will look into it. It is entirely possible that all of the evidence that will be brought will not be found to have any merit and it will be jettisoned. It's also possible that a significant chunk will be deemed meritorious and will be acted upon.
Okay.
So I think that we should wait. No law has been breached, none. And indeed, those who are alleging illegality are unable to point to any law. They only say that oral members should not be speaking publicly. I don't know where that comes from. When did speaking about corruption become an issue?
Felix.
How is it even an issue? I thought that it was Justice Louis Brandes who said that sunlight is the best disinfectant.
Felix,
if you don't speak about corruption, how do you curb it?